Welcome, everyone, to Eddie King Field in Bisbee, and welcome to the 10U Softball All-Star District Tournament. This is Game 3 here at Eddie King Field today. Today, you are going to see the Mount Graham team from Safford and Thatcher take on the WILLCOX team from just up and around the corner here from Bisbee, Arizona. We're so glad that you're joining this broadcast powered by our good friends at Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, our presenting sponsor of today's game. Be sure to check the post description for all of our sponsors. There are a lot to get to today, and we're going to be talking about them. But let's recap what happened in the earlier games. The game that was played at 11 a.m. this morning saw Bisbee take on Douglas, and Bisbee ended up beating Douglas. They move on to face Morenci Clifton. In the second game, we caught the end of it as we were here. The San Pedro Valley girls out of Benson ended up beating the Sierra Vista Ponytail girls 20-10, and they will move on to the next round. Remember, there is a loser's bracket here, so those who don't end up in the top winning. It's not a one-and-done situation. But we are here for first pitch, and the first pitch was a strike foul ball to Ella Alvarado, number 6 for Mount Graham. Got a beautiful view here from right center field. Just trying to keep all the cameras and everything cool. Looks like I was called a ball. There are 2 umpires on the field for this all-star matchup today, and the head coach of WILLCOX ended up giving us quite a few fun factoids about these players that you're seeing in the field right now. WILLCOX will be the home team in this particular matchup here. A lot of friends and family from Mount Graham, the Safford Thatcher area, coming out today to be a part of the fun here. Callie is on the mound for WILLCOX, by the way, number 25. As that pitch gets called a strike 3. That strikeout brought to you by SSVEC, powering today's game. Thank you to all of our sponsors. And we'll get to more of them in just a second. One down here in the top of the first. You're watching 10U softball. These are 8, 9, and 10-year-olds out on this field. And we watched that last game, or the end of the last game, and it was amazing to see the talent that was on the field. And I think we're going to see quite a bit here as Callie gets a fastball outside. It's Callie versus Callie. Callie Smith at the plate for Mount Graham. Mount Graham is wearing their light blue jerseys with white trunks and red socks, whereas WILLCOX, they're going cowboy, cowgirl, like we know at WILLCOX High School. The red tops with the white numbers and names on their back with the white pants and red socks. And that is a called strike. Beautiful pitch by Callie to Callie. Glad you guys are joining us. As always, let us know where you're watching from. We love being able to see. If you're watching us from WILLCOX, watching us from the Gila Valley. And that is a called strike 3. 2 up, 2 down for Callie from WILLCOX on the mound. Up next is the number 3 hitter, number 9, Oakley Smith. A lot of the Smith fans out here, they have the jerseys on for number 9 and number 12. Oakley and Harley Smith batting 3 and 4 for this Mount Graham team. Here in the shadow of the Copper Sand Hills in Bisbee, Arizona. As inside, another ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Here at Eddie King Field. This is the first time I've ever been to this field. It's an interesting location. Off of School Terrace Road. You can get there off School Terrace Road. You got to pass the high school to come back down into here. You'll see it. The high school is off to your right side, and this field is like way down off to your left. You got to basically drive all the way around to get to it. I'm sure there's a quicker way, but for some reason, Our Google Maps took us on the scenic route to get here, and that is I believe that was a ball on the outside. No, he called that a strike. Looked like it was outside, but 3 balls, 1 strike to Oakley Smith at the plate for Mount Graham. And she watches that one go high for ball 4. So a 2-out walk puts 1 on for Mount Graham here in the 10U All-Stars first round, opening round. This is not a one and done. No matter what team ends up winning or losing, they both will still go on. Looks like there's a pinch runner coming in for Oakley. So there's a pinch runner on first base, and now up comes Harley Smith, number 12. So people are excited to see what Harley can do. I don't know. She looks like a hitter. I think the outfield might want to back up a little bit. Oh, beautiful fastball. And they're throwing down to second base. No one's there to cover. So Oakley will go on to third. They'll try to throw to third. It goes overthrown to third. And Oakley will hold at third base. The base coach right there telling her, hang on. Stay right where you are. And with 2 outs, Mount Graham is 60 feet away from putting up the first run here in the top of the first on the board. Jeff Davenport, Todd Ryan hanging out with you here in Bisbee, Arizona. 92 degrees at time of first pitch, but on this field, that's a called strike. It is a warm day, maybe not as hot as it has been this past week, but nonetheless, out on this field, it is absolutely sweltering. Swing and a miss. All 3 outs coming via strikeout off the arm of Callie. So that will retire the side. Mount Graham leaves 1 on and doesn't get any across. So we'll see what WILLCOX can do here as we are in the bottom, or come to the bottom of the first in a 0-0 game. This game brought to you by our good friends and presenting sponsor, SSVEC. Thank you also. We got some great WILLCOX sponsors here into the wild outdoors. Would like to wish the WILLCOX girls the best of luck in this year's softball tournament. Special shout out to Jaden Hedges. The mission of Into the Wilderness Outdoors is to inspire and empower individuals to connect with nature, embrace adventure, and foster a deep appreciation for the great outdoors. And they say, go WILLCOX. Thank you also to Sonia Shirez Photography, proud to support the All-Stars, Little League, capturing memories and cheering on our future champions. Thank you also to Durand Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County for residential and commercial plumbing projects for 10 plus years with a lifetime of experience in the industry, who is proud to support sports programs and athletes. Thank you, Durand Plumbing. Sonic Drive-In on Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. Stop by for a tasty burger or treat after the game. Sonic's all about community support and great specials, including 50-cent corn dogs every Wednesday all summer long. They are traveling back in time to get you corn dogs at 50 cents. My goodness. If you're ready for a 4th of July corn dog eating contest, I'd say go over to Sonic, buy a bunch of them there, see how many you can scarf down. Thank you also to Chris Leon and the Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage in Sierra Vista. Think of them for your next home loan experience. They're proud to support our amazing athletes that you see all across Cochise County and beyond, even in the Gila Valley that you're seeing today on the award-winning Cool FM Sports. So we'll see what the good folks from WILLCOX are able to do in the bottom of the first. In the meantime, number 4, looks like Liliana is the pitcher for Mount Graham. And as I said, we do have some interesting factoids, and it is going to be very difficult to hold the umbrella, hold my phone, hold the notes that Coach Larson gave us, little bio sheets about the kiddos that it looks like they filled out themselves, which is even cooler. So in just a second, we're going to see the leadoff hitter, Delilah, number 21. She plays second base. Her favorite food, Todd? In-N-Out Burger. That is a young lady after my own heart. Her favorite song is Birds of a Feather. And as far as academic honors, she is a straight A honor roll student. Something she learned this season was playing a new position, so she must not have been second base before this season. And other hobbies include soccer, basketball, and gymnastics for Delilah, the leadoff hitter for WILLCOX coming to the plate in just a second. 0-0 game, bottom of the first. Jeff Davenport, Todd Ryan, here with the award-winning Cool FM Sports in Bisbee, Arizona. A breezy Bisbee day. Looks like Delilah's getting her bat, and now she is running to home plate. The right side of the batter's box. No, she's going to the left side of the batter's box. She tricked me. So that's where we will start here in the bottom of the first. 0-0 game. So it's left-handed pitcher versus left-handed hitter in a 10U All-Star. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. A left-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter in this age group. Two talented kids. Gets the call from the pitching coach. Waits. From the circle, the pitch. That's going to be low. Or did he call that a strike? He did call it a strike. Goodness gracious. Let's have an awkward angle out here. That did not look like a strike, but nonetheless, an 0-2 count. The windup, the pitch. And that goes low for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Delilah. Favorite song is Birds of a Feather. Not familiar with that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who sings that.
Wind up and the pitch. And that was a ball on the outside part of the plate. Goodness. It was a great pitch, though. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter for WILLCOX. Delilah, number 21. Enjoys In-N-Out Burger. Probably don't get that a lot in WILLCOX. Got to drive all the way to the Keno exit on I-10. Probably about, what would that be, about an hour away from WILLCOX. Not that I'm extremely familiar with that, or what my favorite order is, or what my favorite secret menu item is at the In-N-Out Burger. And that's going to go outside. So after an 0-2 count to start, 4 straight balls thrown, and Delilah is on first base. That will bring up Darlene Chanez. She is number 89, shortstop, right fielder, catcher. Her favorite food is pizza. I like what these kids are eating. And that is a passed ball, and the runner will advance to second base. And now on the overthrow will advance to third. So with no outs, there is a run 60 feet away for WILLCOX here in the bottom of the first. Darlene's favorite song is 4K. She has A's and B's and is an honor roll student. And fun fact about Darlene, this is her first year playing, and she made the All-Star team. Congratulations. Quite an accomplishment. Must be a natural athlete. That ball getting away from the catcher, but a runner on third not going. Darlene with a 2-0 count at the plate. The windup and the pitch, and that will get past the catcher again. Runner stays, holds at third. A 3-0 count. Hitter's pitch coming to Darlene, who something she learned this season was to aim with the knob of her bat from the catcher to the ball, according to what she wrote down on her bio sheet. Breeze picking up here. And that is high, and that will be ball 4, but the runner will head home and gets home. Safe. 1-0 WILLCOX. No outs. Runner on first. That will bring up Callie Larson. So Callie is number 25. She plays all the positions on the field, but mainly pitcher. She is the starting pitcher for today's game. And she watches ball 1 go by. Her favorite food, biscuits and gravy, and cheeseburger soup. I think both of those sound absolutely delicious right now, Todd. Her favorite song is Last Night by Morgan Wallen. She's a country music fan. And she is a multiple award-winning pitcher. As she watches that ball go into the dirt, runner will advance to third base. So WILLCOX with another run 60 feet away. Get this. Callie Larson was the Jenny Finch Award winner from her club team, Tucson Fury, a Golden Glove Award at Nationals in 2024, also player of the game. In addition, she is an A and B student and a 100-pound wrestling champ at the CAC tournament. Are you kidding me? Talk about an underachiever, Todd. A real underachiever is Callie Larson. Congratulations. That is absolutely awesome. Something she learned this season was put a lot of attention on her batting. She also learned some new pitches and always improves her pitches and her mechanics. Well, we saw her get 3 strikeouts in the top of the first inning. I'd say her mechanics are right on the money. And her nickname is Crazy Callie, according to her own bio. She wrestles, does volleyball, loves arts and crafts. Her older sister, Julie Larson, played first base in the Little League World Series last year. So softball is a family affair for the Larson family. And Callie, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swings and fouls that back to the backstop, hangs in there. Good swing for Callie. And the Jenny Finch Award, I don't know, Todd, if you're familiar with the name Jenny Finch. She was a gold medalist for the Olympic softball team, and she also played at University of Arizona. She was a fantastic pitcher. They actually had her in her peak going up against Major League Baseball players in their prime to see what it's like, because her throwing a 70-mile-an-hour pitch from 70 feet, the pitcher's mound, is the equivalent of like a 110-mile-an-hour pitch. She was striking out the likes of Ken Griffey Jr. and the batters of the 90s. And that goes high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count to Callie Larson. WILLCOX already leads 1-0, has a runner on third with no outs here in the bottom of the first. As the breeze staying consistent, and that was low and away for ball 4. So WILLCOX will have runners on the corners. No outs here in the bottom of the first, and they already lead 1-0. This brings up Amy Marie, who is the catcher, number 14. Her favorite food, mac and cheese. Come on, Todd. How good does that sound right now? She also likes Morgan Wallen. Her favorite song is I Got Better. And looks like Callie is heading towards second. No throw, so 2 runners in scoring position here for WILLCOX, the 10U All-Stars that you're watching, playing against Mount Graham. WILLCOX leads 1-0 with no outs, 2 in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. Awaits the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good swing by Amy Marie, who won awards for softball. She was on the honor roll, and she also won an award for basketball. Something she learned this season was batting and throwing down on her knees because she is a catcher. So it's very important to be able to throw from any sort of crouched position, or if you're on the ground like you are if you are a catcher. Other fun facts or hobbies that she has is making bracelets. How cute is that? Amy Marie, WILLCOX, 10U All-Star here at Eddie King Field in Bisbee, Arizona. Jeff Davenport, Todd Ryan. Always love being able to call these games with Todd. Takes us back to the very first season that we did these games, and that is a swing and a miss. That strikeout powered by SSVEC. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. This brings up Aria White. She plays first, third, and pitches. She's number 18. Her favorite food is chicken satay. Not familiar with that food, but anything chicken sounds great. Her favorite song, she is a classic country fan, is Aria, is Coat of Many Colors by Dolly Parton. How great is that? A lot of country music fans there for the WILLCOX team. That ball gets past the catcher, and the runner from third will take off and head home and make it there. The runner from second advances to third. It's 2-0 WILLCOX with one down here in the bottom of the first. Aria is an A honor roll student at COCHISE Elementary School, was a part of the 2024 Little League All-Star District Champs, and the 2025 grand prize winner at the YES Science Fair, Youth Engineering Science Fair, that's put on by SSVEC. And it's a swing and a miss, and the runner will head home, sliding in, safe, 3-0, WILLCOX. Bases are empty now, still with one down and Aria at the plate. Something she learned this season was to keep her weight back when she hit and explode on the ball. She is a sixth-generation WILLCOXian. Sixth generation of her family to live in WILLCOX. She's part of the dance competition team at Legends Dance Studio, and she loves to ride her horses. And unfortunately, she strikes out there. So 2 outs, both via strikeout, but it's a 3-0 lead for WILLCOX with 2 down. And that will bring up, as I flip my notes here, hoping the wind does not carry them all away, or carry me away, or carry my umbrella away, is Macy. Macy plays first and is a backup pitcher. Her favorite food is pasta. She is number 9. Her favorite song or music is 30 for 30. I don't know if that's a song. I know 30 for 30 like the ESPN series. I'm not familiar with the song. Swing and a miss from the left-handed batter. She's A-B student going into 6th grade. Something she learned this season was playing first base and learning techniques to pitch faster. Other fun facts and hobbies about Macy: she shows pigs and has baby bunnies and collects water bottle stickers. So people, decorate their water bottles with all sorts of stickers. She's got a little collection there. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Macy. Liliana with the pitch. That is fouled away. Macy hanging in there. Still an 0-2 count. With 2 down, nobody on. 3-0 lead for WILLCOX. Thank you again to the head coach Larson for getting us some fun facts about the WILLCOX team that we can share with you here. The windup, the pitch, that goes high and away. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here at Eddie King Field. Not listed on Apple Maps. We need to change that. Get that updated. It's a very nice field here. Kind of like a neighborhood field. We've got all the houses on Cochise Row right here. I believe at some point one of my in-laws' family lived on Cochise Row. Swing and a miss, down on strikes. All 3 outs came by a strikeout from Liliana, but not before WILLCOX put up 3 runs of their own. And we will head to the top of the second. WILLCOX over Mount Graham, 3-0. Thank you so much to our sponsors who make this coverage possible, like our good friends over at Vinny's Pizza. Hey, one of those girls that we talked about, her bio, favorite food was pizza. I wonder if she's ever been to Vinny's Pizza, serving the community for 45 years with the best pizza, wings, and sandwiches. They wish all of our local and area teams and athletes good luck. Proud to support this sports live stream broadcast here on the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Thank you to Eagle Plumbing, providing expert service in Cochise County for half a century, over 50 years. Family owned and trusted from everything. For leaks, major repairs, everything in between. They're just one call away. You've seen their trucks and signs around town. Now you can join the fun. Spot a sign or a truck, do the Bobby in a selfie, and post your picture in their Facebook comments to enter to win a great monthly prize. Eagle Plumbing, proud supporters of local sports. Thank you also to TWN Communications, fast, reliable internet with no data caps. Save money when you prepay. Learn more at TWN Communications. And thank you to our good friends over at Sierra Toyota. Hey, right now they want to buy your car, your truck, your SUV. You can get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less, and no vehicle will be turned away. Sierra Toyota on Fry Boulevard, locally owned, community driven. The wind picking up again. Trying to hold on to everything here. I'm going to have to put something down. I think I'll put down the fun little notes and bio stats, the bio sheet of the WILLCOX team. We'll let that sit on the ground. As we take a look at the lineups again, this should be Liliana, the pitcher, coming to the plate. So she can help her own cause here, get some runs back off of Callie, number 25, still on the mound for WILLCOX. Liliana leads off the top of the second, down 3-0. First pitch, low and away, ball one. Thank you all for watching us today here in breezy Bisbee, Arizona. Stone's throw from COCHISE Row. There's a great snack shack here. I was seeing the snack shack has like barbecue, pulled pork. This is my kind of snack shack here at Eddie King Field. So 0-2 the count. Liliana ready on that left side of the batter's box. And that is a called strike three. Liliana down on strikes. That strikeout brought to you by Sierra Toyota. Just talked about them. Go get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away on the Feel Good block on Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. Up next is Charlotte, number 7 for the Mount Graham team. Again, Mount Graham wearing their light blue jerseys. That is outside, ball one. Doing a great job on the scoreboard. It's nice having a scoreboard. A lot of these games that we call do not have a scoreboard, but here at Eddie King Field, I wish every game was played here at Eddie King Field. It's nice to have a scoreboard. So 1-1 evens the count to Charlotte. Swing and a miss. What a nice inside pitch by Callie. There are a lot of folks from the Safford and Thatcher area here. Hopefully you're watching from Safford, Thatcher, or sharing it around in the groups of Facebook pages that are up there. Let everybody know. You can see your hometown team live on Cool FM Live, the award-winning Cool FM Sports. And they need your support. They're down 3-0 here in the top of the second with 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that is called strike 3, brought to you by the MORSE Automotive Group. Sierra Vista and Cochise County, including right here in Bisbee, is backed by MORSE. That is 5 strikeouts for Callie. And that will bring up Brenna. As she watches strike 1 go by. I can't read it, Todd. What does it say? I got my sunglasses on.
Okay, yeah, I can't either.
We'll read that in just a second. Thanks for your comments. Always appreciate that. And leaving us some love in the live chat. Some of these girls were your students last year. That's amazing. Go WILLCOX. Carol, that's great. Carol Crockett watching. Thank you so much, Carol, for that kind comment. And yeah, they're leading 3-0 here. And that is another strikeout for Callie. She has struck out all 6 batters that she has faced thus far in this game. WILLCOX will head into the dugout coming up in the bottom of the second, already leading 3-0 here in this 10U All-Star first round game. Mount Graham versus WILLCOX Brought to you by our incredible sponsors. We're grateful for every single one of them, like American Southwest Credit Union. If you live or work in Southern Arizona, you may be eligible to join. Experience better rates and personalized service at ascu.org. Join the credit union that supports your community, federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. Thank you also to Right Way, now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services, working hard to earn your trust the right way. Can we have Right Way bring an AC unit out here? Would that be okay? I mean, it's 89 degrees according to the iWatch. It does not feel. I would recommend not wearing black pants if you're going to come call a softball game. Recommending that for a friend, apparently.
Oh,
Really? I know.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, look. I mean, I didn't want to burn my white legs. My pasty white legs, Todd, are not as great as yours. You got those gorgeous legs, but I'm wearing my black pants to protect my pasty white legs, and this is what happens. So, Right Way, we need you to bring a cooler out for us. No, in the meantime, Right Way, they have their Feel the Love campaign going on right now. You can learn more at rightwayac.com and submit a nomination for someone to win a free HVAC system, who is someone who does good in the community and does so much for the community and does nothing for themselves, very little for themselves, because they give all of their time, all of their resources to the community. If you know someone like that, you need to nominate them in the Sierra Vista area and Cochise County area, because your submission will be seen by the folks at Right Way. Thank you also to Allo Fiber, your new home team internet TV phone provider. Visit allofiber.com to become a fiber fan today. It's now available in Sierra Vista. And of course, thank you to Jennifer and the staff at Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista for all of your everything a DMV does: your driver's license, registration, written testing, road testing, identification, so much more. It's all behind the pink door at 999 East Fry Boulevard. They are now open on Saturdays. Well, they're closed to now. They were open till 2 p.m. on Saturday, open 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can see all of our sponsors in the post description. Please take a moment to scroll through and take a gander at them. I'm not sure where we left off. Oh, I've got to get my bio sheets out so we can talk more about these kiddos here. I believe the last one we talked about was Macy, which means this is Samara at the plate. Samara, number 44, shortstop, outfielder. Favorite food is tacos, and her favorite song is "Turn My Swag On." That would be her walk-up song, I'm sure. Academic all-star. She got A's and B's all year and was an all-star last year in the district championship, as WILLCOX is the defending district champs. And that goes past the catcher. Something she learned, Samara, this season, was to point the knob of the bat at the catcher's feet and then to the ball when batting. What are other hobbies that Samara has? Soccer and wrestling. Tell you what, those WILLCOX wrestlers, we know how good they are. They're some of the cream of the crop when it comes to Cochise County wrestling in that 2A all across the state. WILLCOX leads 3-0, and it's a 3-0 count to Samara. Leading off the bottom of the second here at Eddie King Field in Bisbee, Arizona. Jeff Davenport, Todd Ryan hanging out with you today. Got another game coming up for you back in Sierra Vista later on this evening. I'll tell you more about that one. That one is that is ball 4. So Samara races off to first base. We'll be seeing Bisbee versus Sierra Vista tonight. Is that right, Todd?
Yeah.
In the majors, right? The majors, which is like 14U, I believe. All-Stars. So up next is Arizdri. I hope I'm saying her name right. She's number 6. She plays center field or right field. Her favorite food is sushi. That is awesome. That's one of my favorite foods, too. Her favorite song is Me Jalo. Not familiar with that one. She has academic excellence and straight A's for the academic year 2024-25 and outstanding behavior for 5 years. So not only is she a great student, she's a great role model. 1 ball, 1 strike. Something she learned this season, Oh, was she caught in a pickle? No, ended up getting back in time. Something she learned this season, did Arisdri, was whatever you set your mind to, you can accomplish. Her goal was to make it into All-Stars, and here she is today. Congratulations. Other fun facts and hobbies. She loves to draw. She's a good reader and loves catching with Dad. Swing and a miss on the high heat. Runner does not go. Oh, runner will go as the ball slips out of the catcher's hand. Did they say time? They called time, and they're sending the runner back to second for some reason. So, runner heads back to second base. No outs. Bottom of the second. WILLCOX already with a 3-0 lead. Arisdri. Hopefully I'm saying her name correctly. Well, it takes a little bit of time getting the pitch call in to the pitcher for Mount Graham. But there's the windup and the pitch. High and away. Good throw down to third. Boy, they're doing a great job of holding that runner on second, that being Samara. It is 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Runner in scoring position for WILLCOX. 10U All-Stars. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout. Trying to get the stolen base on the strikeout. Not able to make that happen, but 1 down. Up next is, I think it's Christy Larson. She is number 22. She plays left and right field. Her favorite food? Hamburgers. Her favorite song or music is country music. They love that country music up there in WILLCOX. Oh, check swing, couldn't hold off, but they throw down to third. She slides in. I believe she is safe at third. What a great stolen base. It is difficult to steal third, but Samara did it. She slid in so hard to third base, it knocked the base out of its hole. So she did swing. I don't know why it's called a ball. She went around. Yeah, it should be 0-1. Instead, on the scoreboard, it says 1-0. Looks like the base umpire was a little bit out of position. And now they're going to argue that she did go around on a check swing. And now they're saying 1-1. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Christy Larson. Her older sister is number 25, the pitcher. She can do the splits. She loves singing and arts and crafts. Something that Christy learned this year was learning how to hit the ball harder with good mechanics. So her sister has 6 strikeouts thus far from the mound. One out here in the bottom of the second. Mount Graham in the field. WILLCOX at the bat, leading 3-0. Now they're going to call time. So, head coach for Mount Graham comes over to have a chat with not just the home plate umpire, but also the scorekeepers behind home plate. There is a little scorekeeper section where they're reviewing everything. So now the other umpire comes, the other coach from Mount Graham comes. They're all having a little powwow, trying to figure out who's on first, what's on second. Either way, breeze picking up again, helping with the high humidity in the armpit region of the country. That meaning my own armpits. So I believe that was a strikeout then. So she is out. Is Christy, which should, with 2 down, bring up Jaden, number 15, pitcher, shortstop in the league, and an outfielder in the All-Stars. Her favorite food is spaghetti. And the runner holds at third. Jaden's favorite artist is Sabrina Carpenter. Her favorite song is Pink Pony Club by Chappell Rowan. There we go, getting my umbrella back in position here. She's an AB honor roll student. Came in first place, or was on the first place team during the league, undefeated, and her mom helps coach. Something she learned this season, Jaden, at the plate, was she learned how to pitch. Another fun fact, she loves stitch hunting outdoors. She's going into 3rd grade, has pet chickens, loves U of A softball. She's 8 years old, and her mom played college softball. So, you know, the genetics are strong. The force is strong with this one at the plate, Jaden. As she watches, I think it's ball 2 going by. The second baseman causing a little blockage here, so Todd shifting over to have a little bit better view of home plate. That goes high, past the catcher. Will she run? No, she goes back to third, slides in safe. But what a great job by Mount Graham's defense. Fantastic job by the catcher. Had the runner, Samara, had she just continued motoring, she might have been able to make it past the catcher before she picked up the ball. But again, an 8-year-old at the plate. This is the 8, 9, and 10-year-old league. The 10U All-Stars here on Cool FM Live. That pitch is in the dirt, and that'll be a 2-out walk. So runners on the corners for the next batter, Adriana. Adriana plays left field. Her favorite food? Steak. Her favorite song is by Morgan Wallen, I Wrote the Book. All A's this year at San Simone Elementary School, and the runner will take off for second. Nobody even covering second base. Something that Adriana learned this season was how to play left field. Other fun fact, she shows pigs for San Simone 4-H. She played basketball, volleyball, track, and field as well. Multiple sport athletes that you do see in schools like WILLCOX, as well as in the Safford Thatcher area for the Mount Graham kiddos. I bet they play other sports as well. But thanks again to head coach Larson for getting us these little bio sheets to give you some factoids on the team in red. This WILLCOX team. I think I should tell the second baseman to scooch over just like one step in either direction. Be great. Are they going to send her home? No, they don't. Again, this defense from Mount Graham has bent, but it has not broken during this bottom of the second. WILLCOX with 2 down, not yet able to get a run across the plate. And that is a swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the second, deuces are wild at the 10U softball first round game for this region tournament. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that strikeout brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. WILLCOX will leave 2 off and get none across. The score remains 3-0. And we'll head to the top of the third. Let me see if Todd needs a little drinky drink. Here you go, bud. As I get you that, I will talk about some of the sponsors that make this coverage possible today. We're grateful for each and every one of them, including our good friends at Grasshopper Landscaping. Damon, Marie, they are passing it off for a couple years to the kiddos. The kiddos are now the next generation. I believe it's the third or fourth generation of Trejos now running Grasshopper Landscaping, as Damon and Marie are out of the country on a mission. And, of course, you can always find quality from the ground up. Oh, I need to send you those before and after videos that I took so we can get a video put together. We did the before and after live streams showing you what they recently did at a, be careful, there's a bug on your, I'll get the bug off, there we go, on your drink there, showing what they did for a Sierra Vista home. And then we went to a very satisfied customer who had Grasshopper put in the irrigation system, the drip system at her home. And a fantastic job by Grasshopper. She loved it so much, she wanted to tout their praises, sing their praises from the rooftops. And there's no bigger rooftop than Cool FM Live. And she did that earlier this week. So if you're looking for landscaping or pool maintenance, Grasshopper Landscaping is the best of Sierra Vista. Thank you also to Copper Queen Hospital of Cochise County. Copper Queen based here in Bisbee, Arizona. They also have locations in Douglas and the Hereford Palominas area, providing the highest quality services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Thank you to BARNETT'S Towing and Propane, serving Southern Arizona since 1963. Thank you to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Looking to buy or sell your home or land? Contact the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Thank you also to the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista and Cochise County, backed by Morse, and our presenting sponsor, this broadcast powered by SSVEC. You can see all the sponsors in the post description. And thanks to Sonia Shirez Photography in WILLCOX and Into the Wild Outdoors in WILLCOX for sponsoring today's game as well. Where did we leave off? I am asking myself that. I don't see the number of the player. We're too far away to see, but I believe that's number 11, Gabrielle Hill. I believe Brenna was the last up for this Mount Graham team. Mount Graham is going to need to start putting some runs on the board, but they're having a tough time. Swing and a miss. No balls, one strike. Having a tough time hitting Callie. Callie Larson, the pitcher, has struck out the side. She's got a perfect game going through 2 innings. And by the way, Todd, speaking of amazing feats on a baseball diamond, there is a Brewers pitcher who did something that has not been done since 1900. Had their first 11 innings hitless. So like they were nobody, he did not give up a hit in the first 11 innings of his major league career. He's a pitcher for the Brewers, and then he gave up a hit, obviously, in the 12th, of his pitching. But the first 11 innings, not giving up one hit. First time that's been done since 1900, 125 years. And it was done by a Brewer. How about that, Todd?
Amazing, yeah. They've got quite a young star here that the Brewers have acquired.
Callie gets another strikeout, so that's 7 for her. Perfect game still intact through 2 1/3 innings, as that brings up Ava, number 8. That is a number near and dear to my heart. That was a number I played with in high school and college football. If I believed in lucky numbers, that would certainly be a number that has followed me throughout my adult life as well. So if you were to twist my arm and say, what's your lucky number? It would easily be number 8. And that is the number of Ava at the plate. That was a scream of some sort. You can hear the chatter coming from the dugouts, maybe all the way out here. We are way out in the outfield. You can see how far in the outfielders play. They're only just probably about 10 yards from the fringe. And now I believe a warning was instituted by the home plate umpire because of the way the screams were coming from the Mount Graham dugout, is what I'm guessing.
Well, you can't scream anymore at a game?
I guess maybe not the way that she did. Maybe not the blood curdling scream. I don't know. But I mean, if anything, she would be throwing off her own hitter because it's her hitter at the plate. You know, it's not swing, batter, batter. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is inside, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here in the top of the 3rd inning, WILLCOX leads 3-0. It's the 10U All-Star first round here, first round game here in the region championship. And that should be, no, that's called a ball. No, that is a strike. That was like the most unenthusiastic called strike that I've seen. So 8 batters up, 8 batters down, all via strikeout. And that will bring up Nova Hawkes. Can this Mount Graham team with 2 down get a runner on here in the top of the 3rd? Remember, these girls play 6 innings. 6-inning games unless there's a 10-run lead after 5. There is a mercy rule through 5 innings, and that was what the San Pedro Valley team ended up using to beat the Sierra Vista team in the game right before this. Callie, an incredible young pitcher in WILLCOX, and we know, following in the footsteps of one Hattie McCumber, we know that Hattie is a perennial all-star through the Ponytail Little League softball and over at WILLCOX High School. She's currently playing in a travel team. And that is strike 3. So, 9 up, 9 down, 9 strikeouts. Unbelievable effort by Callie. So, WILLCOX will head to the dugout and come up to the batter's box in just a second. Grab my notes so I'm ready to go for whatever notes we have left to cover. Want to make sure all the kids get their flowers here in this game. They took the time to give us these fantastic little bios on the WILLCOX players. Thank you again to Into the Wild Outdoors and Sonia Shirez Photography in WILLCOX being a sponsor today. Thank you also to Durant Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and all of Cochise County for residential and commercial plumbing projects. Over 10 years of service to this community with a lifetime of experience in the industry. Proud supporter of local sports programs and athletes. Thank you also to Sonic Drive-In in Sierra Vista. Enjoy a tasty burger or treat after the game. Sonic is about community support and great specials, including 50-cent corn dogs every Wednesday, all summer long. So you can grab a couple corn dogs and then head to Native Game Night on Wednesdays. Is that all day Wednesday, or is that during a certain time?
All day.
Okay, great. So people can go get lunch at Sonic with their 50-cent corn dogs and then still come to Native Game Night. Okay, that's good. Or just go get some corn dogs and have a great time. Chris Leon and the Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage. Thank you so much, Chris, for your support and your entire team there. If you are thinking about a home loan or getting a home loan, please choose them for your next home loan experience. Proud to support our local athletes and regional athletes here. As you see, the Mount Graham team from Safford and Thatcher. Good pitching by Liliana here while she's warming up. Thank you also to Vinny's Pizza of Sierra Vista on Frontage Road, just off of Highway 92, serving Sierra Vista for 45 years. Great pizza, wings, and sandwiches. Wishing all of these athletes good luck. It is the bottom of the hour here in Bisbee, Arizona, 5:30 p.m. This game, about an hour old. It started a little bit after 4:30. As we are ready to continue on here with the WILLCOX team that will be coming to the plate. Looks like they're having a chat. Someone from the WILLCOX side having a chat with the umpires. And warming up in the on-deck circle, I believe, should be Jaslyn, nicknamed Jazzy. Jazzy should be coming to the plate, I believe, number 10. So as the ball gets tossed around the infield, now the Mount Graham team coming over, Mount Graham coach coming over to have a word. Got to figure something out here. As Mount Graham continues to warm up in the field. It is the bottom of the third. WILLCOX leads 3-0. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in today. Jeff Davenport, Todd Ryan, Eddie King Field. Not to be confused with All Elite Wrestling superstar Eddie Kingston. Still recovering from a broken leg that he had in a match, suffered in a hardcore match late last year. Well, let's talk about these players here. Jazzy at the plate. Her favorite food, she has two. She has pizza and menudo. Boy, those are two great options right there. Her favorite song is Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter. She won the Good Citizen Award, Most Improved Award, and as a part of the AB Honor Roll. Something she learned this season, it doesn't matter how small you are, you can still make big plays. And she does look tiny there at the plate, but she is absolutely right. And that is a great lesson for all of us to remember. Other hobbies and fun facts, she loves helping her mom cook. She loves playing soccer, volleyball, basketball. And she's also the smallest on the team. That's what she wrote down on her bio. But again, doesn't matter how small you are. Big plays can still happen. 2 balls, no strikes to Jazzy at the plate, the outfielder for this WILLCOX 12U All-Star team. And I believe that gets us through all of the player bios. Thank you again to Coach Larson for getting those to us. Three balls, no strikes. And that is ball 4. So Jazzy on base. And that will bring us back to the top of the order for WILLCOX, which means Delilah will be coming to the plate. And again, she was the leadoff hitter, the lefty versus lefty matchup between Delilah and Liliana. Jazzy goes to second base, gets there in time.
Try for the ball, girl.
So good job by Jazzy to steal second. The 4th run for WILLCOX, now in scoring position. Potential 4th run, I should say. Good swing, fouled off to the third base side by Delilah.
Yay.
Big swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, Liliana, when she's able to get it in that zone, she is nearly unhittable. Unfortunately, gave up a couple of crucial walks early on in the first inning, but has calmed down since. No runs given up in the bottom of the second. Her defense helped her out quite a bit in the bottom of the second. Here we are in the bottom of the third. That will even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that pitch goes in the dirt. Full count. Runner on second for WILLCOX. 12U All-Stars. First round game here in the Region All-Star Championship. That goes high for ball 4. Good eye by Delilah. Will bring up Darlene. As Darlene comes to the plate, runners on first and second, no outs. A good opportunity for WILLCOX to put up some more runs here in the bottom of the third, already leading 3-0. Excuse me. This air is so dry. Pitcher Callie is in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss by Darleni. Runners hold at first and second. 1 ball, 1 strike count. No outs. Thank you all for tuning in. That is a ball outside. 2-1. 86 degrees according to the iWatch. I don't know. Still feels hot for probably someone wearing black pants today, Todd. Someone in black pants, I'm sure, is still feeling very warm from the waist down, even though he might be holding an umbrella, talking to his friend Todd. Not talking about anybody specifically, but 2-2 the count. Liliana on the mound for Mount Graham. Need to pitch yourself out of a jam. Yeah, she rifles the ball into the glove. The left-hander, the southpaw. With the pitch. I believe that was called a strike. So that is the first out of this bottom of the third. Comes via strikeouts. And that will bring up Callie. Pitcher versus pitcher. And Callie has 9 strikeouts. A perfect game thus far. This might be the kind of game where you want to start tagging your friends and family if we are going to see perfection in this first round of the 10U All-Star Regional Tournament. She gets a piece of it. That goes foul just out of play into the stands. Wow, you could hear it hit the seats. Luckily, no one was sitting right there. Bring it back, get a snack. No balls, 2 strikes. Liliana ahead in the count. 1 down, 2 on. That goes in the dirt past the catcher. Both runners will advance. Now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the cheers are coming in. The chants are coming in from the dugout of WILLCOX for their pitcher who is at the plate. She gets a sharp shot into right field. 1 run will score. They'll send the other runner around. Callie will head to second. Round second base and go straight to third. She will have a stand-up 2 RBI triple. And now she's caught in a pickle. She heads home and is safe at home. The equivalent of an inside the park home run, as Callie had a stand-up triple and then was caught in a pickle, and on the overthrow and the ball drop, WILLCOX doubled their score with just 1 swing of the bat. It is 6-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And now the head coach talking to the infielders. So Callie not only pitching a perfect game, gets a 2 RBI triple and then scores on an overthrow, helping her own cause. 6-0 WILLCOX. And it is the Callie show here today, for sure. Up next should be Amy Marie coming to the plate. And as Amy Marie comes to the plate, thank you again to the fantastic sponsors making this coverage possible, including our great sponsors out of WILLCOX. Into the wild outdoors. Wishing the WILLCOX girls the best of luck in this year's softball tournament. Special shout out to Jaden Hedges The mission of Into the Wild Outdoors is to inspire and empower individuals to connect with nature, embrace adventure, and foster a deep appreciation for the great outdoors. Go WILLCOX. Thank you also to our other WILLCOX sponsor, Sonia Shirez Photography, proud to support the All-Stars, capturing memories and cheering on our future champs. Boy, they are looking good today, leading 6-0. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. In the bottom of the third, Jeff Davenport, Todd Ryan, the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Swing and a miss. Great pitch by Liliana. Ahead in the count. She checks her wrist for the pitch call coming in from the dugout. As she does, warms up that elbow. And that is a called strike 3. Beautiful pitch on the outside part of the plate by Liliana. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Nobody on for WILLCOX. That's because Callie cleared the bases. And a called strike 1. To Aria at the plate, number 18. And swing and a miss. Liliana again ahead in the count. Liliana's racking up the strikeouts herself. As she steps back into the circle. The pitch. Pop fly goes over the backstop. Foul off the roof of the snack shack. I hope everyone's okay in there, Todd. I mean, they're doing pulled pork nachos in there. We got to make sure that they're doing all right. I'm going to go check on them, Todd. I'm going to go check on the pulled pork nachos. I mean, the people inside the snack shack. 2 down, 0-2 count. Pitch is outside, away. 1-2, not able to get Aria to chase. Liliana checks her wrist for the pitch call. 1 ball, 2 strike count. To get out of this inning, that goes low, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wonder how they came up with, 3 strikes is you're out. 4 balls, you're walking. How did Abner Doubleday come up with that, Todd?
Yeah. Yeah, why wasn't it the other?
Yeah.
But it does seem to be a formula that has stood the test of time.
I guess so. I'm just curious. It just seems curious. So Aria still at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the third. And that is a swing and a miss. Strike 3, another strikeout for Liliana. She is throwing the Ks, but unfortunately, the other team, WILLCOX, is putting up the runs. They leave no on and clear the bases and double their score. It is 6-0 WILLCOX as we head to the top of the fourth. Thank you so much to our fantastic sponsors making this coverage possible. Of course, this game powered by SSVEC. Thank you to, where did I leave off now? I don't even know where I left off. Let's go see some sponsors. Let's just follow through here. Thank you to the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista and Cochise County, backed by MORSE, as you're taking a look at some of the families here from the Mount Graham area up in Safford and Thatcher. Thank you to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Looking to buy or sell your home or land, Sherry Ethel and her team will be ready to help you do just that. Thank you to BARNETT'S Towing and Propane, serving all of Southern Arizona since 1963. Thank you also to Copper Queen Community Hospital, right around the corner here on Cole Avenue. Or is it Bisbee Road? I can't remember. I think it's on Cole Avenue off of Bisbee Road here in Bisbee. They also have locations in Douglas and in the Hereford Palominas area. Make an appointment with them today. Their phone number is in the post description. Thank you to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Number one landscaper in Sierra Vista 10 years in a row. Number one pool maintenance company every year that they've been available and eligible for that, which I believe is 4 years in a row. So thank you to the Trejo family and team at Grasshopper Landscaping. Thank you to Jennifer over at Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista. Anything the DMV does, Ginger's Title Services can do even better. They are a third-party ADOT affiliated business, and they can do anything that the DMV can do. Written testing, road testing, license registration, so much. And you'll leave with a smile because the folks there are the best at what they do. And they're located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. They'll be open Monday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you to Allo Fiber, your new home team internet TV phone provider. Visit allofiber.com to become a fiber fan today. Now available in Sierra Vista. Still looking for Right Way Heating and Cooling to bring over that AC unit just to put behind us here or right next to us here. That's not happening. But they can do that for us because they're busy helping their customers. Helping you right now is what they're doing. Boy, if it feels like it's 86 degrees in your house, you need to get that fixed. You need Right Way out there. They'll get it all done the right way. Visit rightwayac.com. Back to action here. Callie still on the mound, working a perfect game. Who is at the plate?
Not a perfect game, he's saying.
Oh, it's not?
Not a perfect game?
Oh, she did walk a girl. That's right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. No hitter with 9 strikeouts. Excuse me. Sorry. Without a doubt. Yeah, it definitely is. But we'll see if Mount Graham can get some hits, get some swings, put some runners on here in the top of the 4th inning. Two balls, 1 strike count to the Mount Graham batter. Didn't catch the number and not hearing them cheering. That sounded like a strike from this home plate umpire. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that is a swing and a miss on the high heat. The 10th strikeout to the 10th batter. I was correct. So not a perfect game, but still 10 strikeouts. No hits given up. And that is a strike called at the knees to the next batter for Mount Graham. Again, did not see the number. Kind of difficult to see from this far out. And our friends from Mount Graham not shouting out the names for me. Quick to correct me, but I appreciate that. Always appreciate the help. It's like a 0-2 count. Callie ahead in the count. Yet again, you're watching a pitching masterpiece by the present and future of WILLCOX Ponytail Little League Softball. Mount Graham down 6-0, 1 down here in the top of the 4th at Eddie King Field, the host field for this 12U All-Star Tournament for this region that now includes these amazing teams up in Morenci, Clifton. And that will be another strikeout, 11 strikeouts. No hits given up. As I believe, did that look like, nope, it wasn't number 4 coming to the plate. Maybe it was. Maybe that is Liliana. No, she's left-handed. So that's not Liliana. A bunt being shown. Did she pull the bat back in time? They're not sure what the call is. They haven't put it up on the board yet. Lined up the pitch, swing and a miss. That will leave in the count. That was a ball. No, that's 0-2. So it was a strike called on the first pitch. Swinging strike on the second. Check swing. And they are calling that a full swing. A check swing, not able to hold back on pulling the trigger. And Callie racks up her 12th strikeout in this game. Every single out has come via strikeout so far here. Thank you. I need the help, obviously. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But 12 strikeouts, no hits given up for Callie, as Mount Graham will come back to the field looking to hold off whatever the WILLCOX team might have in the barrels of their bats planned for them in the bottom of the fourth. We're close to the top of the hour, almost 6 p.m. here in Bisbee, Arizona, Eddie King Field, in the shadow of Cochise Row in Bisbee. Thank you so much to our sponsors like American Southwest Credit Union. If you live or work around Southern Arizona, you may be eligible to join. Experience better rates and personalized service at ascu.org. Join the credit union that supports your community, federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. Thank you so much to Sierra Toyota. On Fry Boulevard, they want to buy your car, your truck, your SUV. Get your vehicle appraised. In 30 minutes or less, no vehicle will be turned away. Sierra Toyota, locally owned, community driven. Sierra Toyota, of course, is the presenting sponsor of the Doggo Lotto, the newest a game sensation sweeping the Meta Nation every Monday at 6 p.m. You can see the most adorable adoptable shelter dogs from the Nancy J. Brewer Animal Care Center, presented by Doggo Lotto, presented by Sierra Toyota. And I believe in the 6 or 7 weeks we've been doing this, at least 5 dogs have been adopted directly because of Doggo Lotto. Probably more that we just don't know about, that people are seeing and saying, yes, I want to add a member of my family and help them find their forever home. And you can help do that by going and watching. And you can still register for your numbers, I believe. You can still pick your numbers. So go to, absolutely free to play. Doggo Lotto is a fun little pseudo lottery where you can win cash and prizes. I believe we're up to $250 in cash and prizes for this coming Monday. Pick your numbers, your 3 lucky numbers, and you'll see if you are the lucky dog or if the dogs are picking your lucky numbers at coolfmonline.com/Doggo Lotto. Get those numbers picked before, I think Sunday, is the cutoff Sunday or is the cutoff Monday morning? It's got to be Sunday to cut off. So whatever you do, go there, pick some lucky numbers and help support pet adoption. Just by doing that, it doesn't cost you a thing to do. Jackpot winners, we've already had one jackpot winner who won $250 cash. The jackpot reset, and I believe it's already back up to $250 in cash and prizes. We'll double check that come Monday. Thank you to TWN Communications, fast, reliable internet with no data caps. Learn more on how you can save when you prepay. And thank you to Eagle Plumbing. We love Bobby over at Eagle Plumbing, serving Cochise County for over 50 years. Family owned and trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs. It's just one call away at Eagle Plumbing. Check out all of the sponsors in the post description. Making this broadcast happen, Liliana still on the mound, working that left-handed magic. She's got a ton of strikeouts herself. I don't want to take away anything from her performance. Her team is down 6-0 as WILLCOX is at the plate and looking to add to their 6-run lead. I believe Macy is at the plate. Swing and a miss, lefty versus lefty. If you're just joining us, the first time through the batting order, we were giving fun little factoids about every batter that were written by the players themselves. Go back and listen to the fun, interesting factoids about these players. A lot of these are honor roll students. A lot of these young athletes play multiple sports. 1 ball, 2 strike counts to Macy at the plate for WILLCOX, leading 6-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Jeff Davenport, Todd Ryan hanging out with you here at Eddie King Field on Cochise Row. After this game concludes, we'll grab some pulled pork nachos and head and head to Sierra Vista.
Let's do that. Get over there to that snack shack.
Yeah.
Sounds really good.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, I know that in my mind, oh, that's a strikeout, by the way. That strikeout brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. We know how good the snack shack is. It's an award-winning snack shack up in St. David with their green chili burritos.
Yeah.
But this might be a close second as far as snack shack operations go, depending on how that pulled pork tastes, Todd. As long as they still have some left. I don't know. There's been 3 games here today. Oh, need me to scooch over to get a better view?
I wouldn't mind a barbecue either. I like a good barbecue from time to time myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Barbecue, pulled pork. We'll see what's available.
Yeah. I grew up with my mom making barbecue all the time as a kid. So
Oh, that's great.
brings me back to those younger years.
Just about 10 years ago for you.
Yeah.
I believe this is Samara at the plate. But this game has all been about Callie Larson, responsible for 4 of the 6 runs and responsible for 12 strikeouts. And here we are in the bottom of the 4th. WILLCOX leads 6-0. Oh, goodness, that went off the inside part of the glove of the catcher and ended up, looked like hitting her in the shoulder or the face. Full count, 1 out, nobody on. And that should be, is that called strike 3? It is. That strikeout brought to you by the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista, and Cochise County, backed by Morse. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. I believe that brings up Arizdi. Outside for ball 1. And again, take nothing away from Liliana's performance on the mound for Mount Graham. She's done an incredible job today. I mean, racking up a ton of strikeouts herself. For this Mount Graham team. High pitch, not swinging. That is 3-0. Hitter's pitch coming. See if Liliana can get a strike across. She does. Beautiful pitch. Breaking pitch on the inside part of the plate. Swing and a miss. So 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 down. Nobody on for WILLCOX. And swing and a miss on the high heat. That would have been ball 4. But Liliana finding the magic low and high. Full count. 2 down. And that goes in the dirt for ball 4. A 2-out walk. Puts a runner on for WILLCOX. I believe we'll bring up, let's see, who's coming up to the plate. See if I can see the number before they turn. Nope, I can't. And the runner on first not showing me her number either. And now we have the umpire and the second baseman in Todd's way. Oh, it's number 6. There we go. So it was Arizdi at the plate. It is Christie. I'm sorry. It was Arizdi on first now. Christie at the plate. With 2 down. Should be 1 ball, no strikes. That's going to be a called strike. Arizdi takes off and steals second. Again, you're watching 8, 9, and 10-year-olds playing America's favorite pastime today. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Christie. And Arizdi ends up stealing third. So, with 2 outs, a 7th potential run for WILLCOX 60 feet away. Will the 2-out walk come back to haunt them? 2 balls, 1 strike. And that is a foul ball. That fastball was lightning by Liliana. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Deuces are wild. Runner on third. And another foul ball. Great job by Christie to hang in there, holding that 2-strike count. See if Liliana can add to her strikeout total, and she does. Another strikeout by Liliana. An incredible outing by that young pitcher on the mound for Mount Graham. Unfortunately, just a couple of big plays at the right time have made the score WILLCOX 6, Mount Graham nothing. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, we will see Mount Graham see if they can get some runs back on the board here in this first round game. The 10U All-Stars in this regional tournament. Thank you to all of the sponsors making this coverage possible. Good folks like Vinny's Pizza, Eagle Plumbing, TWN Communications, Chris Leon and the Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage, Sonic Drive-In that has the 50-cent corn dogs every Wednesday all summer long on Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. Thank you to Duran Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County. Residential and commercial plumbing projects, over 10 years and a lifetime of experience in the industry. Proud supporter of local sports programs and these incredible athletes that you're seeing on the field today. For our WILLCOX friends, thank you so much to Sonia Shirez Photography. Proud to support the All-Stars Little League, capturing memories and cheering on these future champs. Boy, they've been champs before. They are the defending champs, and we'll see if they can run it back, as it were. Thank you also to our WILLCOX sponsor, Into the Wild Outdoors. Would like to wish WILLCOX girls the best of luck in this year's softball tournament, with a special shout out to Jaden Hedges. The mission of Into the Wild Outdoors is to inspire and empower individuals to connect with nature, embrace adventure, and foster a deep appreciation for the great outdoors. Into the Wild Outdoors in WILLCOX wishes the best for this WILLCOX team. Thank you again to the MORSE Automotive Group, as well as our presenting sponsor. This broadcast powered by SSVEC. It has been the Callie Show here today. Callie, number 25 for WILLCOX, is still on the mound, and she has thrown a gem of a game. No hits, 12 strikeouts. And it might be time to play the game. As I hear that song in the background, the theme music for one Hunter Hurst Helmsley, that being Triple H, better known as his government name, Paul Levesque, the COO and head of creative for WWE, playing his theme song. As the bunt goes down, the throw over to first. Oh my goodness, they're saying out, but they're saying the first baseman bobbled the ball. Are they going to leave her on first? Now the first base umpire is coming over to the home plate umpire. That was a gorgeous bunt laid down right in front of the catcher, had a chance to get her out. That could end the no-hit effort for Callie on a possible error. As you hear the fans here saying she dropped the ball. She did. The ball was definitely dropped, but they are calling her out at first, saying it is out. It looked like, yeah, these fans, it's, you know, I mean, it's not like this is a one-run game in the top of the fifth, but nonetheless, very enthusiastic Mount Graham fans here today from Safford and Thatcher making their voices heard. So the no-hit bid continues, but the strikeout streak stays at 12. So ball one to the batter at the plate. Didn't catch the number. And unfortunately, they don't announce the batters. That is a wild pitch, one of the very few we've seen by Callie today. 2 balls, no strikes. The breeze picking up here in Bisbee. 84 degrees, according to the iWatch. That pitch, gorgeous strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 down. On a controversial play at first base. And that is a strike called on the outside part of the plate. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that is low. Runs the count full. 1 down, full count. Nobody on for Mount Graham. Top of the 5th. Pitch, and that was strike 3. That is the most unenthusiastic strikeout call that I've seen. Nonetheless, 2 down, the 13th strikeout for number 25, Callie on the mound. Swing and a miss. And this is Harley Smith at the plate. We've seen such talented players in the Safford Thatcher area over the years, as Pima High School and Thatcher High School, at Eastern Arizona College. I mean, they're born to play sports. It is amazing watching these young athletes play. The Mount Graham team not able to do their best today. When you come up against a force like Callie on the mound, you end up seeing pitches like that, swinging and missing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody on. Top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. The 14th strikeout for Callie ends up letting WILLCOX go to their dugout, and they will come up in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 6-0. Now, if they end up putting some runs on the board and end up scoring 4 runs to make it 10-0, this game will be over via mercy rule. If not, they'll head to the 6th inning. We'll see what Liliana is able to do. Now, again, while Callie has 14 strikeouts, Liliana has thrown some great strikeouts as well for the Mount Graham team. Unfortunately, given up a couple hits, gave up a few early walks. That put her team in the hole, which is difficult to do when you're facing someone the likes of Callie. But thank you so much to our sponsors that make this coverage possible. You can see them all in the post description. This game powered by SSVEC, our presenting sponsor. Thank you also to the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista, and all of Cochise County, including right here in Bisbee, up in WILLCOX, where the team leads 6-0. You are backed by MORSE. Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, also one of our sponsors. Thank you to BARNETT'S Towing and Propane, Copper Queen Community Hospital with their location right here in Bisbee, as well as in Douglas and in the Hereford, Palominas area. Thank you to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Ginger's Title Services, Aloe Fiber, and Sonia Shirez Photography. Proud to support the All-Star Little League team, capturing memories and cheering on the hopeful back-to-back champs. And thank you to Into the Wild Outdoors. They'd like to wish the WILLCOX girls the best of luck in this year's softball tournament, and they're doing great here in this first game. Special shout out to Jaden Hedges. The mission of Into the Wild Outdoors is to inspire and empower individuals to connect with nature, embrace adventure, and foster a deep appreciation for the great outdoors. Go WILLCOX. Check out all of the sports sponsors in the post description, and thank you to each and every one of them. If you would like to be a sports sponsor for any of these games and these tournaments that Cool FM Live will be covering, send a DM to Todd Ryan, and he will get you the information that you need in order to make that happen. Almost quarter past the hour of 6 o'clock here in Bisbee, Arizona. A stone's throw from Cochise Row. WILLCOX leads Mount Graham 6-0. They will come to the plate with the hopes of getting 4 runs to call this game a little early. If not, they'll head into the top of the 6th and try to put it away there. Either way, this game is in the hands of WILLCOX. But we appreciate the Mount Graham fans. Thank you so much to all of them for coming out from Safford Thatcher area. And we saw so many Mount Graham fans in the 12U league. And my goodness, that team was absolutely fantastic. They did a great job on Thursday night, winning their first round game in the softball 12U softball championship, which is being held over on Domingo Paez Fields in Sierra Vista. These games here for the 10U being hosted at Eddie King Field, just off Cochise Row in Bisbee, Arizona. Glad you're joining us today. Thank you so much. Leave some love in the live chat for Todd Ryan behind the camera, doing an excellent job holding that camera still for you. One of these days, he'll buy a tripod. One of these days. Good throw by the catcher. I think it's Oakley behind the plate. So WILLCOX will come to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th, leading 6-0. And if you missed the first couple innings, we got to read a little bio from each of the players that they wrote themselves, telling us their favorite food, their favorite songs. A lot of these are honor roll students. Congratulations to them for that. So Liliana still on the mound for Mount Graham. Well, still in the circle, I should say. There is no mound in softball. 1-0 count to the WILLCOX hitter. I'm saying that was a little high. 2 balls, no strikes. I don't know if this is the bottom of the order. It looks like Jazzy at the plate. I could be wrong. Not able to see the number from all the way out here in right center field. So 3 balls, no strikes. And that is 4 straight pitches, equals 1 walk. not able to see the numbers clearly, so the next WILLCOX batter will come to the batter's box. Their team leading 6-0, 1 on, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the fifth. And that is going to be a foul ball. Made contact. Number 7 at the plate. Thank you. Let's go see where we're at. Oh, that was Jaden at the plate who took the walk. And it's Adriana currently inside the batter's box. Adriana, number 7, swings and misses. 0-2. Again, when Liliana finds that zone, she is nearly unhittable. So ahead in the count, 0-2. And swing and a miss, another strikeout for Liliana. She has racked those up today as well. Is that a strikeout? Yeah, that is. Okay, just making sure. Now Jazzy will be coming to the plate. As she ties her shoes one more time, make sure she's ready. And now she heads back into the dugout. Oh, she needs a little help. Needs a little help tying that shoe. Hey, Jazzy is 8 years old out here playing with 9 and 10-year-olds who are almost twice her size, and she's doing a great job. So, 1 out, 1 on for WILLCOX. Here in the bottom of the fifth, they lead 6-0. As Todd tries to get a better angle here from right center field. As that is called a ball. And the wind gusting again. Trying to take my umbrella. This is the longest day of the year, Todd. It is June 21st. It is the summer solstice. The days are only going to get shorter from here. And the sun will start to set earlier from here on out, all the way till the winter solstice, December 21st, for those of you keeping score at home. So happy summer solstice day to all who celebrate. The runner will head to second base. They'll have a chance. Not able to get there in time. So Jaden steals second. Jazzy at the plate with 1 down. Runner in scoring position, a 3-0 count. And that is ball 4. And the runner will head to third on the ball 4. And now they're going to try to get her at second. And she's still second, and the runner will head home. And that throw is wide. The 7th run comes across the plate for WILLCOX. Here in the bottom of the fifth, 7-0, 1 down, runner on second. And the top of the order at the plates, Delilah at the plate for WILLCOX. Watches the ball go low and away. Lefty versus lefty here at Eddie King Field. Bisbee, Arizona, playing host to the 10U All-Star Regional Tournament. This is the first round matchup. Again, fortunately for both teams, this is not a one-and-done situation. Both teams will live on to play another game. That goes in the dirt. Looks like Jazzy's taking off for third. She makes it. So with 1 out, the potential 8th run is 60 feet away for WILLCOX. As we mentioned, only 1 out. If WILLCOX somehow gets up to 10 runs, that will be the ball game. via mercy rule. We'll see if Mount Graham can get out of it and get one more shot at the plate. Three balls, one strike, one down, runner on third for WILLCOX. Delilah at the plate, and that is ball four. Liliana hustles back to the pitcher's circle. So, runners on the corners, one down. The game-winning run is at the plate right now for WILLCOX to put this thing away via mercy rule. And Delilah will take off, uncontested, stolen base. As Darlene comes to the plate. Watches that first pitch. Called a ball. And they're not going to send the runner on third. An aggressive look by Jazzy on third. But she holds, two in scoring position for WILLCOX. The mercy rule game-winning run is represented at the plate by Darlene. That's going to be a called strike. Gorgeous pitch. And again, take nothing away from Liliana's efforts today. So many strikeouts by that young lady on the mound for Mount Graham. She's gotten the WILLCOX team swinging low, swinging high. But it is ball three, a 3-1 hitter's pitch coming to Darlene here in the bottom of the fifth. And that goes high for ball four. The mercy rule game-winning run is on first base with one out here in the bottom of the fifth. And who will that bring up, Todd? It has been the Callie show all game long. Callie has an opportunity. Oh, so much dust flying around. Excuse me. Callie has the chance to etch her name in history. I kind of want to see Callie come back out and see if she can get more than 14 strikeouts. She has 14 strikeouts, has not given up a hit in this game. She is responsible for 4 of the 7 runs that WILLCOX has scored. And they're bringing in a new pitcher who's also a left-hander. And that is number 7. So number 7 for Mount Graham is Charlotte. So Charlotte will take some warm-up pitches. As you can see, Callie in the on-deck circle. She is measuring each pitch by Charlotte because they know that Callie has done the most damage to this Mount Graham team today with the bat and with her arm. And if she makes contact and sends it into the outfield, there is a chance to have a walk-off game winner via mercy rule here in the bottom of the fifth. As we close in on the bottom of the hour, this game about 2 hours old. Thank you again to all of our sports sponsors and the post description that make this coverage possible. So Charlotte continues her warm-up. It's kind of wild to have 2 left-handed pitchers for a 10U softball team with 2 lefties. That's almost just the odds of it are actually pretty uncalculable. goes high there. I don't know how many more she'll have for warm-ups before Callie will come into the batter's box. Callie can be the hero that she has been all day long. As she watches ball one go outside. Good swing by Callie as she's really focused. She is dialed in today, especially inside the circle with 14 strikeouts. Watches that go high. The runners are going to hold. It'll have to be a crazy passed ball or crazy wild pitch in order for the runners to advance. They're going to stay where they are. Bases loaded, one down. 2-0 count to Callie. Hitter's pitch coming. And that goes high. Jazzy holds at third. Again, the Mercy Rule game-winning run is sitting on first base for this WILLCOX team with one down, a 3-0 count. Charlotte, the new pitcher, looking to get a first strike across the plate. And that gets away, and that is ball four, forcing in a run. Now, the Mercy Rule game-winning run is on second base. Here in the bottom of the fifth. So Callie gets walked on 4 pitches, and that will bring up Amy Marie. So it is another RBI for Callie taking the walk. Now responsible for 5 of the 8 hits, and that one will go through to left field. The runner will round third base and start heading home. That is the 10th run, safe at home, and that should be the ball game. Waiting for the official call, and there it is, the official call, ball game. WILLCOX puts up a dominating performance thanks to Callie Larson. 14 strikeouts from inside the circle, providing 5 of the 10 runs that were scored by WILLCOX today in a Mercy Rule 10-0 final in 5. Thank you so much to our sponsors that have helped make this coverage possible as we see the players shake hands on the field. Into the wild outdoors. Like to wish the WILLCOX girls the best of luck in this year's softball tournament. Special shout out to Jaden Hedges. The mission at Into the Wild Outdoors to inspire and empower individuals to connect with nature, embrace adventure, and foster a deep appreciation for the great outdoors. Thank you also to Sonia Shirez Photography in WILLCOX, proud to support the Little League All-Stars, capturing memories and cheering on these future champs. You can see all of the rest of our sponsors in the post description. Thank you to Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative for powering this game today, and all of the sponsors making this coverage possible on behalf of everyone at the award-winning Cool FM Sports and Cool FM Live. Thank you to Todd Ryan behind the camera. It is Jeff Davenport signing off from Eddie King Field in Bisbee. Todd and I are going to get some pulled pork nachos and barbecue and head back to Sierra Vista for another game coming up in about an hour. Stay tuned to Cool FM Live for that coming up. In the meantime, thank you again to all the nice folks from Mount Graham and WILLCOX, Mount Graham area, Safford Thatcher area in the Gila Valley, and those in WILLCOX cheering on their teams, coming out to root them on as the defending champs take care of business in round 1. They move on to round 2 to run it back here at Eddie King Field. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you again soon.